Welcome everyone to a celebration of creativity and storytelling. On behalf of everyone who helped to put on this amazing event, we are absolutely thrilled to welcome you to the third annual RUSD FilmFest. This year we've seen incredible growth in our program, receiving the most entries in history. The categories that students could enter are elementary fiction and nonfiction, middle school fiction and nonfiction, and high school fiction and nonfiction. The projects were carefully evaluated based on criteria such as creativity, storytelling, overall polish, and emotional impact. After a careful selection process, we are excited to showcase the top 10 films that made it to the big screen tonight. Our hope is that our students not only had fun bringing their visions to life, but also discovered new and exciting talents within themselves, whether it's in creativity, attention to detail, organization, or even technical skills. So watch these films closely today, because who knows? One of these talented young individuals might just be the next visionary director shaping our favorite Hollywood productions. Now, without further ado, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the incredible talent on display at the third annual RUSD FilmFest.
Hey there everyone, welcome to Sarai Said It, so you know it's true. I'm Sarai Simmons, your one and only anchor, and today we're taking a trip down memory lane. It's been an incredible year and I've had the honor of covering some amazing stories. So let's recap a couple of my absolute favorites, shall we?
Coming from me direct to you, Sarai Said It, so you know it's true.
First up, we're rewinding to December for one of Redlands' most beloved traditions, the Downtown Christmas Parade. I had the chance to report on all the magical moments, from sparkling floats to marching bands. Let's take a look back at that wonderful night. I'm here at the end of State Street for the annual Downtown Redlands Christmas Parade. Let's take a look. With a wealth of color guards and churches, bands and businesses, athletic teams and performers, it felt like most of Redlands had shown up to march or spectate. This was the 33rd year that the annual parade has graced the streets of downtown. With 120 acts in this year's Christmas parade, there was something for everyone. This is Sarai Simmons reporting for Monarch Media. Now back to the anchors. Wasn't that just magical? The parade really brought the community together in the best way possible. I already can't wait to cover it again next year. Now let's jump ahead to spring and shine a light, literally, on one of Moore's brightest events of the year. I'm talking about the Glow Dance. This was an absolute blast, and if you were there, you knew exactly what I mean. Let's relive the glow-tastic night.
On March 7th in the NPR, ASB hosted a glow dance from 5 to 7. At the dance, there was a DJ playing music and a photo booth to take pictures with your friends. Outside the NPR, there was a snack bar and slushie stand. The staff lounge was open for students. It had various board games, party games, and video games for people to enjoy. People were dancing on the dance floor throughout the event, and even when the lights came back on at 7 p.m. sharp, signaling the end of the dance, many monarchs were reluctant to leave.
music to the glowing decorations, the glow dance was unforgettable. It's moments like these that make Moore Middle School such a special place to be. And finally, let's talk about an event that hasn't happened yet, but trust me, it's going to be the highlight of my year. A group of 40 monarchs, including yours truly, are heading out on an unforgettable trip to the East Coast. We will be visiting Washington, D.C., New York City, and Boston over 6 action-packed days. Think historical landmarks, sightseeing, and you guessed it, a Broadway show. We're going to see Wicked in New York City, and I already know it's going to blow my mind. But enough from me as an anchor. Let's hear from me as a traveler. Well, I'm not packed yet, and we leave tomorrow, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'm very excited to travel with my friends and take a tour. I think it's going to be super fun. Great insight there, Sarai. Thanks for that. This trip is sure to be full of memories, laughs, and maybe even a little bit of jet lag. And don't worry, when I'm back, I'll have all the stories to share. But for now, I better get packing. And that wraps up my year in review. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sarai Said It, so you know it's true. Here's to more amazing memories, more incredible stories, and more fun next year. Until then, I'm Sarai Simmons, and as always, if I said it, you know it's true. See you soon.
Coming from me direct to you, Sarai said it, so you know it's true.
Boom. To be continued. Om nom 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 om nom nom nom.
Downtown Redlands, known for its historical buildings, citrus background, and its charming small-town atmosphere. Downtown Redlands has many little shops for visitors to explore the people they love, to either grab a sweet treat or to find the perfect outfit to wear. It's filled with historical buildings, beautiful scenic views, cozy little coffee shops, and much more. Downtown Redlands, located mainly on State Street, has many visitors each day as it is one of the highlights of the beautiful city of Redlands. As the city was founded in 1881, the people used it just as an area for farming oranges. They used it for their agriculture, and the big area helped them grow into a thriving citrus-producing town. Later on, the arrival of the Santa Fe Railroad helped bring in many more settlers, bringing in business and prosperity into the area. Sooner or later, downtown Redlands started to expand as more and more people were moving into Redlands. The number of orange trees kept growing larger and larger until Redlands became known as a citrus-producing city and became famous for it. Soon, Redlands became known as the Washington naval growing capital of the world, and it was thriving all thanks to downtown Redlands. As years passed by, the orange trees are still growing and everything is going great, as no one had a single thought that the citrus area would soon be turned into a historical place. After the Great Depression, citrus wasn't as common anymore, as many people wouldn't want to purchase it anymore. The economy struggled during that time period as they did not have any sales, which meant they didn't get any money to continue to grow the citrus business. Some people slowly started to remove the farming place and create residential areas for themselves and their families. As the population of Southern California started to grow, people needed homes as this was the perfect area for it. It was close to children's schools, people's work, and it had a farming location if they wanted any animals or just to farm their own fruits and veggies. Neighborhoods were built in this location soon, and the orange trees and farming was gone. Although soon, when California became popular and population started to increase even more, residential places were needed. Although once they solved that problem of getting everyone a home, they needed some sort of entertainment in Redlands. They soon began the transformation of the neighborhood into a beautiful shopping place with shops, restaurants, entertainment, and much more for visitors and residents to enjoy. Once downtown got a rework and was now a place where people can go to stroll, shop, and eat, it gained much more popularity and got many more people to come and visit. Downtown quickly became the place for families, friends, and even just for hanging out. Many projects were still arriving downtown as people started to open up little shops around. These shops included clothing, desserts, drinks, jewelry, accessories, arts, boutiques, and much, much more. People came to spend time with family or friends, to have some solo time relaxing, to shop, to check out a museum or an art boutique, or even to just grab a snack. Downtown had many reasons for visiting as the city soon started hosting live events, art shows, farmers markets, and much more public events. Later on, the city started to open some historical sites for people to visit, including the A.K. Smiley Library, the Burridge Mansion, and the Redlands Bowl. All of these locations attracted more and more visitors each day, slowly increasing the popularity and making it a recommended place by people to spend for a fun time. The Redlands downtown is home to many historical buildings as stated before. A few examples would be the Burridge Mansion, AK Smiley Library, the Redlands Bowl, and many more. As downtown Redlands has many things to do, it also carries a lot of history in it. The first building is the Burridge Mansion. It was built in 1904 by a man named William Burridge. He built it as a sign of his wealth as he wanted it as a primary home for when he visited here during the summertime for vacation. It has a beautiful European architecture style and has high ceilings and elegant interior design. The A.K. Smiley Library was built in 1902 by Albert K. Smiley. Albert donated a handful of books he had owned over to the library where people could come and check out the books of their choice and enjoy reading it. The Redlands Bowl was built in 1924 and was built by Albert K. Smiley and his brother Edwin Smiley. The original purpose they had of building the Redlands Bowl was an outdoor place for people to watch cultural shows, although that plan was changed once they started to build it. The Redlands downtown is an amazing place with shops, restaurants, and many more things to do. It is one of the must-see places to visit if you are ever planning on visiting Redlands. As it has much history it carries through generation to generation, it also has joys to bring for people like families or friends who go and hang out at Redlands downtown. All in all, Redlands downtown is a wonderful place to visit.
See this? How about some of these? Do you ever ask yourself how we got here? I'll tell you how we got here. Ancient China. Let's dive right into the amazing inventions that the people of ancient China brought us. But first, as soon as you figure out what they built, you're going to want one definitely yourself. Point proven. Gunpowder was invented sometime between 960 and 1279 AD in the Sung Dynasty. It's about 900 years ago. Didn't think it was that old, did ya? Not as old as my grandpa, but it is thought that two different guys at two different times have built it. This guy and this guy. Let's cut to the chase. Let's talk about fireworks. A mixture of potassium nitrate, sulfur, and charcoal were mixed together and poured into a hollow bamboo. Well, you're thinking, what would that do? That would probably just make a messy soup. Well, I'll tell you the answer. The bamboo was then thrown into a fire, and boom! The first firework was born. Fireworks were believed to scare off evil spirits, and it became an important part of Chinese culture and religion. Scare off evil spirits? Definitely. I need those ghosts to go away. But I'm in. And I'm sure you're going to want one too. Centuries later, the Italians put metals and it made color when the firework exploded. And so that created the modern day firework that we know today. Rockets. How did we get here? Because first we went to fireworks, now we're at rockets. So the ancient Chinese people found out that the gunpowder used to explode it also created force to push it. So they used it as weapons to fight against the Mongols. So the Chinese attached gunpowder to the barrel of the rocket, which created a new weapon. They used it against the Mongols, but then the Mongols figured out the method on how it worked, and they used it against the Chinese. Copycat! Also, then it got crazy. And when I say crazy, I mean crazy. Some wondered if they could boost people in the air by using the rockets. So like Superman. A guy named Wan Hu in the Ming Dynasty decided to strap 47 rockets to a chair and attempted to launch himself in the air. Chair air, that rhymes. And can I just say one word? Do not do this at home. And it ended badly. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. but one who was technically the first originator of manned rockets. So you want to climb aboard one of these bad boys? Who wouldn't? I'm agreeing with you, man. So if you want to, and I'm sure you would want to call this number to join our daily adventures across the seven seas or something, maybe to outer space. I'm sure NASA would love to have you.
Documentary of Ants by Julia
and Mackenzie.
Welcome to the Documentary of Ants, where we take a deep look at ants and how they help our ecosystem. There are 10,000 known species of ants living throughout the world. Ants, or from my side, have been around since the Jurassic period. They have developed special adaptations and can lift 10 to 50% of their weight.
That's right. Ants live in many different areas. They live in their ant nests and can be found all over the world. Ants' nests are a bustling city. They are a big part of photosynthesis because when they dig their nests, they loosen the soil, letting water and CO2 through to the plants, making them vital for survival.
Many people think of ants as pests, or something they need to get rid of. But if we didn't have ants, everything would slow down. They are all needed, from the biggest leaf cutter ants to the tiniest pharaoh ants.
Ants are known for their teamwork. They work together to build nests, forage for food, and protect their colonies. They use pheromones, chemical signals, to share information.
Ants are basically one big family. They help each other survive, and look at this. From CBC News, the ants are floating from the Texas flood.
Yeah, you better not touch that with a paddle because fire ants are very aggressive.
Yeah, the female ants are typically the queen while the guys are workers. So go girls!
Go girls. Sadly, if the queen dies, the colony will only survive a few months. They die off very quickly because the worker ants cannot reproduce and there's no queen to lay the eggs.
Yeah. You shouldn't squish ants though, because when you stomp on them, their body fluids come out, sending all the other ants to come. So if you don't want an ant problem, don't squish ants.
Ants have 25,000 neutrons in their brain, yet they don't understand humans. Ants really love flowers because flowers have nutrient and energy-rich nectar.
Ants are necessary for our ecosystem. Without them, our world would never be the same.
This is just a drawing of an ant.
The queen is the only female that produces eggs. Did you know that? Isn't that cool?
They can't stand on their hind legs.
Ant colonies can hold up to 100,000 ants.
They don't have no ears. And
Ants have a sweet tooth because that's where they get their energy. Sugar ants don't like lemon juice. That's me.
That's me.
In the following clips, I am going to be doing some really cool trick shots at school. Get ready.
You can try it now.
I did.
In between.
I feel like this is the one right here.
Oh my!
No looker. This is the mini basketball shot.
I think we should have been video.
Yes!
Alright, we're the crew members. We're gonna try to do trick shots just like Charlie.
Hey, stop! Okay, no more. No more.
Oh my god!
This is called Pack a Backpack.
You, Adriel, and Aiden.
Literally. Shabuya! Okay, so today I'm gonna be trying to put a ball into that little bucket.
Why do you say like?
Today I'm gonna flip 2 milks. So I'm gonna be flipping this coin thingy that's like really, really thin.
That's not a coin.
Be quiet. I'm gonna flip it like a coin in my mouth. That's gonna be so much funner.
You're actually.
This is the water bottle on top of a water bottle shot. Pretty good name. That's actually pretty decent.
Yes! Right in the center.
Today I'm gonna try to flip a cup, even though it's probably not possible. It's like impossible to do. So you have to like make it go like that and like bounce. Have enough boingy to land. So yeah. Imagine I landed it. That would be so bad. There's no way. There's no way. I did it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If anybody can recreate the video by the end of the year, you can receive $20. Pretty big deal, right? I'd like to thank all the people that contributed to the video. To make sure you really recreated the video, send your video to my email down below. Good luck. These are the bonus segments, so I hope you enjoy them and try to recreate them. Here is the aerial. Okay, done by Amy. Second. I hope you guys can do that for the $20. And then here we have London doing a back walkover. I totally knew what that was. Let me just see. Second. There we go. This is also one of the bonus segments.
Let's start with getting to know the keying system. So on an oboe, there are a lot of keys, and it can be hard to tell which ones to press. So first, there will be a little picture that shows up like on that side that shows you which keys to press. When it says black, that means to press on the keys, and when it shows white, that means to leave them open. The back key is in 2 lines, and these side keys, there's some up here and some down here. They'll be drawn and colored in black if you need to press them. So, and then one other thing, there's one key here that has a little down part. There's sometimes on notes a thing that says half hole or H.H. And when it says that, you just press the bottom part of it and not the top part. So just the bottom part so that you're pressing it like that. Now let's learn the notes that we need to know to play this song. Now that we learned the notes that we need to know to play the song, let's begin playing it.
I now present to you your oboe.
My name is Jennifer Hurlbutt, and I'm the Executive Director of Yucaipa Animal Placement Society, YEPS. So my goals for YAPS and what I hope to achieve for the community are that I want to increase adoptions, and that's one thing that the YAPS Board of Directors asked in the interview is they want to be able to increase adoptions. So last year there were 284 adoptions, and this year we're already at over 80. So my goal is 30 adoptions a month, and we've hit that for the first 2 months of the year, so that's great. The second goal was that they want more people to come to our facility. So some of the things we have planned, and you could actually pan to the the calendar that we've got here are some really fun events that we're going to have at the Yaps property.
My name is Monique Morodes, and I am the volunteer and foster manager here at Ukaipa Animal Placement Society.
Yes. And what keeps you doing this type of work day after day or year after year?
I love animals. I have fostered over 150 animals in my time, and it's just something that I love. I love animals. I'm all about them. I believe highly in spay and neuter. I want to see shelters empty. I don't want to see them full every single day. And I'm here to save lives. That's the main part.
Awesome. And if you had to say what your goals are for 2025 here at Yaps, how do you think you'd identify those?
I would definitely love to build up our foster program. It's something that's been more personal friends and not so many new participants. So definitely getting that program streamlined, showing the community that we give support as far as food and resources and supplies go. It's very easy to open your home into an animal. We just need your love. We don't need anything else from you. So getting that more out there, broad, and hopefully the community. Everyone should have a Yaps foster pet, and we can help save more lives and get those animals out of those shelters.
Awesome. Is there anything kids can do to help out people who aren't adults?
So what can kids do to help Yaps? There are so many things that you can do. First of all, we have a great reading program where a couple times a month you just come on over and you read to the dogs. They only get out of their kennels for, maybe an hour or two a day. So they spend up to 22 hours by themselves alone in their little kennel. So it's nice for somebody to come and talk to them. We also have a beautiful rock garden, and if you paint little rocks for us, we'll put those in the garden just so it makes it more colorful and fun here. We do sometimes drives, so like a donation drive with kids. If you want to ask your classmates at school or friends or family just to say, hey, this month I want to collect as many things for dogs or cats that we can. So maybe it's puppy pads or some puppy foods or doggy toys, things like that that the animals would need. Those are some great things that the kids could do.
You think Take Us Home were adorable?
Yeah.
Back alley deals and petty crime. You're just like all the other ones, Johnny. So what you gotta ask yourself is, why you do it? What's it cost you? And is it really worth it?
Hey, how you doing? Detective Eddie Barton here. I've got a story to tell you about a confused criminal in a dark alley you shouldn't be going down. But one thing you should know about me is that I'm not like other detectives, catching him down, locking him up, throwing away the key. Not my style. I do it a different way. You could say I got my own special combo.
Okay. This is a fake!
Where'd Johnny go?
For 30 years, I haven't let one criminal get past me. I've had this detective agency for a long time, and I've never lost a case. Ever. And I'm not about to start now. Whatever, boss. If you want to keep up your record, you gotta catch this guy. You gotta be kidding me. This guy's a joke. I'll get him in no time. I'll get him in under 24. Sorry, I have to get this. Make him pay detective agency. What's your problem? Okay. I'll tell Detective Barton right away. Yes, calm down, we'll get right on it. Johnny was just seen at Prospect Park. You should head over there now, boss. Remember, 24 hours. Yeah, right.
Hey, give me all your money.
I swear I don't have any.
Give me all your cash, or I'm gonna...
You know, you shouldn't make people traumatizing a habit.
Okay, I'll give you 2 options. Option 1, you get in these cuffs, I bring you to the office, and open 20 years. Option 2, I take you through those orange groves, but you end up at the same ending as option 1.
Alright, I gave you the 2 options. So which one are you choosing?
I'll take the second option.
This isn't my real bag. I have 2 bags. This one doesn't have any of my stuff in it, so where's the bag? You're welcome.
I don't care about you and your stupid questions, and I know what you do with your criminals. You make us pay for our crimes. You are right about me making them pay. I've got Bobby by the bay, Pete by the pier, Ronnie on the rooftop. That was a good one. And now you, at this fine diner in the middle of nowhere. If you do something to me, I will fight back. Oh, check please. Here you go. Thank you. You're right. They all paid for their crimes. What?
And there you have it. And I want to tell you something too. Johnny's story is my story. I went down that dark alley, and then someone made me pay, and changed my life for the better. So now you gotta ask yourself, does crime really pay? What's it gonna cost you? And is it worth it? The way I see it is that crime doesn't pay, so I make 'em pay. And that's why they call me a cheapskate. Hey, still making a pay detective agency. What can I do for you? Huh? Yeah. Okay, we'll be right there. Boss, we got another one going down a dark alley. You ready to go, sir?
Yeah, Johnny.
Let's go make 'em pay.
Make him pay detective agency. You are right about it. You're right.
I don't know.
I don't don't care about you and your stupid little questions, and I know what you do with your criminals. You make us pay for our crimes. Dang it. Okay.
I'll take the second option.